Hey guys, Holt's Brick Review here, and today I'll be reviewing the LEGO Scooby-Doo Mystery Mansion set. This set has 860 pieces and is recommended for ages 6 to 12. The set number is 75904. Please like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. First, I'm gonna do a detailed look at the exterior, and then after that, I'm gonna do a detailed look at the interior. This is just a nice overview of what the set will look like before I review it in detail. Here's a detailed look at the exterior. Over here is some nice printed plank pieces that are over some windows. The windows behind them are stickered pieces, sorry. The head there is a printed skeleton face. Over here, that's another stickered piece there on the window. Nice purple roof and nice black spire up there. Over here, there's some plants growing down, which is a nice touch. Over here, there's some nice stickered pieces on the windows that have baby carnivorous plants. I'll show you the big one in the detailed look in the interior. Those are some stickered cockroaches up there, and then more stickered bugs up there. LEGO did a really good job with these windows here, making them look like they're broken. It really looks like shattered glass. That pumpkin here can spin, can rotate 360 degrees, as you can see. There's a nice purple door here, and a nice green plant hanging down there. Now for the middle part of the set. Those are stickered numbers on the clock. A really well molded roof piece in purple. Nice plant growing off there. Stickered piece there with the spider. And LEGO did a really good job making that canopy bit here look like it's crumbling. So that's the detailed look at the exterior. Now for the interior. Here's a look at the interior. On this room here, there's a really big carnivorous plant that eats men. As you can see, there's a bone there. And also there's a jack-o'-lantern there. That's a really nicely brick-built character. You can also open and close the mouth if you want, and you can also move the head up and down or side to side because it's on a miniature ball joint. Over on this side, there's a safe here. That padlock is printed, and then what you do is you open that, and then there's a stickered piece there, and then you opened this door here, and there's tons of gold inside of there, which is really neat. And then when you're done with that, you can just close it up, and then close this gate piece that covers that. Then the room below that is a kitchen, a really dirty kitchen. There's a really cute mouse under there in light bluish gray. This oven can open up. Nothing inside of it though. Also, there's a stickered piece here that has another cockroach and then some ooze coming out. That can open too. There's nothing inside of it. There's also this hamburger piece here. And the top bun is actually a printed piece, which is nice. That's printed. Now the middle piece, there's some neat things in here. So up here, there's a coffin for the vampire. I'll show you the vampire a little bit later. And you can open the front piece up. You can take it out, and you can just pop that open like that. Then when you're done, you can just close that up. It's kind of hard to line it up, but there. And then you can just stick that back up there. There's a neat play feature. I'll show that in a second. And then here's a neat play feature. So if someone goes to the door, you can move this. That huge ball would just hit them and knock them out. And then by doing that, it also shows a neat stickered piece of a hillbilly guy getting some gold, which is really neat. And then when you're done with that, you can just flip that back up. Now for the play feature up here. So when you turn this knob here, it spins that around. And you're supposed to have the vampire guy there. Here, I'll put him there now. So what you do is you put him there, then you spin this, and it puts him outside. But it looks really neat from the outside because it makes it look like he's turning into a bat. So let me just turn this here. So let's say there's just the bat there. And then you turn the knob, and it turns 6 o'clock. It turns into the vampire, which is really neat. That's a really neat play feature. So that's about it for the exterior and the interior. Now I'm going to show the side build. Here's the mystery bike. The mystery bike has a really nice color scheme, and it really matches with the whole Scooby-Doo vehicle feel. There's a nice backpack hanging off the sidecar. You can fit one character on the bike and one character in the sidecar. And I'll demonstrate that now. So I'll have Shaggy here in the bike, and then I'll put Daphne in the sidecar. It's really nice and easy, and it looks really good. It really works, and they don't look awkward in it. They just look really good in it. So that's the mystery bike. Now I'm going to show you the minifigures. I'm first going to show you Shaggy. Shaggy has a nice golden key in his right hand. He also has a red sausage that's pretty funny in his left hand. He also has dual molded arms, no printing on his legs. He has printing on the back of his torso, and he has exclusive hairpiece that Lego has only ever used with the Shaggy minifigures. He also has a pretty happy looking face, but he does have an alternate face too, which looks kind of concerned or scared. So that's it for the Shaggy minifigure. And next I'm going to show you Scooby-Doo. So here's Scooby-Doo. He has a really neat printed body and molded body. The SD on his collar, that's printed in a nice gold. His black spots are printed. And his tail is kind of a rubbery type material, so it can kind of bend a little. You wouldn't want to, though, because you wouldn't want it breaking off. He has one stud on his back. He has some more printed black spots on the side here. And he has a nicely printed face. And if you don't know, this is how the head comes off on Scooby. It's just a small little connector that you can slip on, and you can move the head however you want. So yeah, that's the Scooby-Doo minifigure. Velma minifigure. She has a nice magnifying glass in her right hand that actually magnifies. So if I move that, you can see that it makes her face bigger, which is really neat. She has a nice printed map over there. She has nicely printed legs, a nicely printed torso. She also has a nicely printed face. Nicely printed torso on the back. She has nice exclusive hairpiece. She does have an alternate face, which is pretty scared looking. So that's nice to get an alternate face. So yeah, that's the Velma minifigure. Here's the Daphne minifigure. I'll move her camera out of the way so you can see the torso printing. So she has really nice torso printing and really nice leg printing. She also has a nice exclusive mold for hair, exclusive to this minifigure. And I really like the purple band that's printed in the hair. It's printing on the side of the legs. A little bit of printing on the back of the torso. There is an alternate face, which is scared looking. I'll just turn that back around. More printing on the side of the leg. And that's it for the Daphne minifigure. Next up is the Ghost minifigure. This minifigure can actually glow in the dark if you expose it to enough light. He also has a really neat ball and chain accessory. No printing anywhere on this minifigure. But what's really neat is that you can see who's under the costume of the ghost. It's this guy. So that's the only printing on this minifigure. It's just on the head. So that's really neat that it shows who's actually inside of the costume. So that's really neat. You can just put that back on there like that so you can see the face through there. So yeah, not much to the Ghost minifigure, but it's pretty neat. Here's the Knight minifigure. This minifigure is really neat because he has a really neat axe in his right hand, and he also has a really nice metallic chest plate. No printing on the back of the legs or the chest plate on the back of the helmet. And there's no printing on the front of the chest plate. You can see printed eyes, and it's the same as the Ghost minifigure. There is a secondary face that shows who's actually under the mask, which is really neat. So that's it for the Black Knight minifigure. Last but not least is the Vampire minifigure. This minifigure is really neat because of his material cape and the collar around his neck. He has a nicely printed torso piece and nicely printed face piece. The back of his cape and collar is black, but the inside is red, which is really neat. He also has the real person's face that's underneath the mask, which you can kind of see over there, which is really neat. So overall, a really nice monster minifigure to have. So a really well-made Lego set, and I really like it a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.